Yo, what's good with y'all boys? So as y'all can see right now, I'm at the shop, and if you tapped in, you already know who I am. If you're not, then my name is Caleb Jarrell, and today I'm pretty much just coming in, dropping a video and giving some tips or whatever on how to build clientele coming out of school, or if you just want to learn how to build clientele or you move to a different area or something like that. I'm just giving y'all some tips on what I did. Like I said, I always speak from my perspective, from my journey, from what I did, from what worked for me, from what didn't work for me. So what I'm gonna say might not work for you, but it's possible that it can, and you can also see the fruits of the tips and the things that I put in my life and my lifestyle and different things like that. I'm not saying I'm the best barber out here, nothing like that. Like I said, I'm just speaking from my perspective, from what I did that helped me, you feel me, to be in the position that I am, to where I can have my own business, work for myself, continue to grow my business, and, you know, have my own money coming in, different things like that at a young age. So if it's any of y'all that's in high school or anything like that, my first tip would be to start right now. When I first started cutting hair, I didn't have nobody to cut on. I didn't go into it thinking that I would be a barber. When I first started cutting hair, I just started cutting my own hair because my dad was my barber. My dad ended up being busy with a lot of work outside of cutting hair, so it was times where we would go to state or we would go play different tournaments or something like that, and I wanted to cut but couldn't get one. So I'm like, well, at this point, I'm finna just like low-key learn how to cut my own hair. That way I don't really gotta ask him or wait on him, and be able to get myself right. So that's how I started off. And once I started doing that, that's when a lot of my teammates started finding out, and they was like, oh, can you cut my hair? I'm pretty much like, nah, I ain't really tripping about doing that or whatever. And then it started getting to a point where more people just started asking me. So I was like, you know what, I might as well. So I started doing it. I started doing it for free. Like, I wasn't charging nobody. I just was cutting hair just to cut hair. Like, that's how the passion started building up, because I started to actually enjoy doing it. And I started to see how, like, it make people feel better. It's taking care of people, meeting their needs or whatever. So it's like you doing God's work in a way. Like, you taking care of people, you making them feel better, you making their day go better. So that's kind of how it was for me. So once I started getting to a point where it was like I seen myself doing this for a little bit, or just as something like to do, then I started charging, you know, $5 here and there or whatever. And I promise you, I didn't spend like the money that I was making. Nigga was in high school stacking $5 haircuts and having 2 to 3 bands. Like, that's the type of stuff that I was on. But a lot of the money that I made, I was investing back into buying clippers and buying guards and buying the lighting and different things that I needed. So like I said, if you're in high school, I would say start now. Like, if you know you want to be a barber, or you feel like you want to be a barber, I would say start now. My next tip would probably be to keep going. Like, anything that's gonna really help you into growing your business and clientele is you being able to cut. Like I said, you don't gotta be the best barber. I'm not saying, I ain't gonna cap, these trucks passing might be dumb loud, but you don't gotta be the best barber. You don't gotta be none of that. Like, if you can cut, it's gonna be people that come to you just because that you can cut good enough for them, for they liking. Being able to cut them, but having the mindset of, I'm still gonna get better and not be complacent, then that's gonna get you to a point where you continue to increase your talent, you continue to increase your mindset. So that's what you need to really be focused on, is just getting better. Don't be worried about like trying to live up to certain expectations or different things like that. If you constantly putting the work in day by day, you showing up, you getting behind a chair, you taking care of clients, you making sure your character right, you making sure you treat them right, you making sure that you trying to do your best to satisfy their need, you're gonna constantly get better, and mentality is gonna get to a point where you focused on just self-improving overall every day. What's gonna help you get to that point is being disciplined. So you gotta work on your discipline. That's why I say, like, you gotta get in the gym. A lot of y'all be trying to do certain things with money and wonder why you can't keep no money in your pocket. It's because you're not disciplined. And I promise you, if you start getting right in the gym, you start eating right, you'll start to see them little disciplines that you're doing carry over into how you spend your money. You will be able to steward everything that you making, everything that's coming into your life. You'll start to see that you can take care of that, and you can really be in the right space. Discipline is gonna be like the main thing. But even before discipline, you gotta be motivated. So find people that's doing the same thing that you want to do, or they in the same field that you do, or somebody that just inspire you to want to be better and work on yourself every day. Them gonna be the type of people that when you don't feel like doing it or whatever, you can kind of look at them and be like, okay, I see what they're doing, so I need to, you know, pick it up. I need to go harder. But at the same time, you gotta be more disciplined to the fact where your discipline start to turn into a desire. You might not wake up and feel like going to work. You might not wake up and feel like doing the things that you need to do, but you have to get to a point to where you can pretty much make that discipline and start forcing yourself to like, okay, I might not feel like it, but I'm finna get up and go do it. So even when it comes to eating healthy, when it comes to treating your body right, you might not feel like doing that, but you have to have the mindset of, I need to be disciplined in this area. So once you start building that discipline, I promise you, it start like going in every area. And really off them couple tips, that could be the end of the video, really, if I wanted it to be. Like discipline, consistency, showing up, them the simple basic things that you need to do. But it's hard to do. If it was easy, everybody would do it, but everybody can't do it. Everybody don't want to live a lifestyle to where you can increase overall. Like people don't want to put the work in. People don't want to stay focused. People don't want to not go party every night. People don't want to not wake up and first thing they do smoke some weed. Like you got to start changing your mindset and your habits. Once you start changing your habits, that's when you'll start to see the progress. Like take out a bad habit and replace it with a good habit. You'll start seeing like the difference between things, and you'll start recognizing like, okay, so with me not doing this and actually doing this, this is why this became better. This is why I'm not stressed over this. This is why I don't have anxiety over this. This is why I got more money in my bank account. So like you got to start applying things that you learning, and not just get the knowledge, but use the knowledge. For some things, it's not going to be that you need to apply it right then and there, but get that knowledge and store for future use. You on my channel, you know for a fact that I'm somebody that's big on self-improvement. I'm somebody that's big on growth. I'm somebody that's big on evolving and helping other people do better, and even myself, just becoming the best version of myself. That's why even with my clothing brand that I got, it's called Kill the Old You. My mindset when it comes to life is focusing on where I went wrong sometimes, and not knowing, just sometimes you just gotta lack of knowledge, but you have to also be able to accept when you wrong and be able to take criticism and different things like that in any area of life, and then adjust. And by adjust, I mean correct it. Like if you see that this wasn't right, correct it. If you see that you did somebody wrong, correct it. Like that's part of killing your old habits, part of killing your old mentality. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but it's stuff that I stand on. It's principles and morals and different things that I have in my life at a young age, like 20. Like you don't see a lot of people with a mindset to want to be better. A lot of people just be stuck on partying or stuck on chasing females. Like at the end of the day, if you're smart, you're gonna know that all that's coming to you anyways. But at the same time, you have to have the right mindset to know and be able to weed out, like, is this good for me? Is this girl gonna be good for me? Is this nigga that's trying to be cool with me gonna be good to be around? Or is he dragging me down? Is he being a leash? Or is he being an asset? Like, is this somebody I can go work out with that can motivate me and in the right mind? Like, once you start to have a mindset like that, it get easier to know people that you can and should and shouldn't deal with. All of that plays into how you run your business, you feel me? So it's not like I'm just saying this just to say it. Like, once you start getting in a mindset of living right, and I'm not just saying, because I know everybody not religious and different things like that, but once you get in the mindset of just living by right principles and morals and different things like that, and how you carry yourself, people will see your character and they'll start gravitating towards that. Y'all don't think that when it's people that's constantly talking about you and coming towards you or coming to you, that don't gravitate outside of where you cutting at, you feel me? You can get a person to come in your chair and you cut them, and just based off your character, the cut don't even gotta be all that good. That's the crazy thing about it. The cut don't be gotta be the best cut ever. It can be good for them. They'll go brag about their haircut and then tell people that you treated them right, and tell people based off your character how you acted. And with more people coming to you, that's gonna build you more clientele. With that building you more clientele, that's gonna give you opportunities to work on yourself, to work with different textures, to work with different races. So like I said, character plays a big part in building your clientele. You don't gotta be somebody that talk a lot, because I'm not even somebody that talk a lot. And it's crazy to say that because I'm on YouTube now. Cut as many people as you can. You gotta be able to sacrifice, like time-wise. Like you gotta be able to be in the shop for long periods of time. I've been in the shop since September of 2022. And since then, it hasn't been a day on my schedule where I've worked less than 12 hours, except on my Saturdays. My Saturdays, I come in early. I work an 8 to 10 hour shift, and I'll be gone by mid-Saturday, because I'm not just out here hungry for money. Of course I want money. Of course I want to grind for money and bigger things and different things like that. I'm doing whatever for money. Like, no, like that's not how I'm living my life. That's not how I really carry myself. All that's gonna come to you, you feel me, based off how you live your life, based off how you treat people. People gonna reach out to you. People gonna gravitate towards you. And I'm not saying that you don't have to work hard, because you do. You have to be consistent. You have to carry yourself right. You have to be disciplined in every area of life, and you'll start to see things start to multiply in your life. Get good. Continue to want to be better and want to grow. Be a student. Don't always think you know everything. I'm somebody that I'm constantly looking for knowledge. I'm constantly trying to learn. I'm constantly trying to grow as a person and as a barber. So I'm always around people that's gonna elevate me. I'm always around people where I can pick their brain, and vice versa. They can do the same thing for me. But it's always like reciprocity as far as support and different things like that. Be around people that support you and support what you got going on. If I'm being honest, a lot of my clientele has come from word of mouth, because I'm good at posting content or getting content, but I don't post like I need to. But a lot of the content that I get comes from word of mouth, and it's based off, like I said, how I carry myself, how I treat people, and how my work ethic. Like when it comes to my work ethic, a lot of people know when they drive by the shop, they're gonna see my truck outside for the most part. So they know I'm here. They know I'm always here for long hours. They know I put the work in. They know that I go to the gym and take myself serious. Like, you got to take yourself serious so other people can take you serious. At the end of the day, the main thing you need to know when it comes to building clientele and different things like that is be consistent, be disciplined, be focused on becoming a better man or a better woman if you're a lady barber or anything. Focus on becoming a better person, and have a good work ethic. Like, put in the work, stay the long hours, cut extra people. Be willing to do what other barbers aren't. Be willing to do what other people not. And you'll start to see that people start gravitating towards your business and different things that you do. I'm not saying that that's even good to some people's eyes, but for me, like from me going from Domino's as a delivery driver to being a full-time barber in the span of 3 months, and then being able to get my own apartment, my own truck, different things like that, it's like, and I'm at 20, like that's a blessing, you feel me? I'm not saying that I'm just the best with anything. I promise you I ain't saying none of that, but at the same time, it's people that I know like are in worse situations, and my life could be worse, but at the same time, it's like, it's going good. It's gonna be trial and error, but it's gonna, you feel me? It come with growing as a man and growing as a person. Like, you're not gonna get everything right, but at the same time, I got God on my side, so he gonna, you feel me? He gonna show me which way to go. He gonna show me the path to take, and continue to show me that he's still with me, even if I do make a mistake or make the wrong decisions, or, you feel me, not have everything figured out. You gotta continue to invest in yourself. You get out on your own, you'll start to recognize, like, especially in business, that a lot of the things that you go through is gonna fall back on whatever decisions that you made. It's some stuff that you can avoid by making the right and thought out decisions, you feel me? So with that being said, like, your mindset gotta change. You gotta have the right mentality. Focus on you. Focus on the people that you care about and the people that you love and the people that love and support you back. Make sure it's got reciprocity behind it and all that, you feel me? You can't be out here thinking that you the only nigga that got their own thing going, you feel me? You gotta support other people at the same time, but make sure it's genuine. Make sure it got reciprocity, like I said. Make sure it's people that also push you to do better and be better. Keep them people around. Keep people in certain categories. Like, okay, they motivate me. They keep me in the right headspace. They actually genuinely care about me and want to see me do good. So boom, you can keep that person close to you. If they slick hating or they low key saying like some stuff that's just low down, or you can tell that they feel some type of way or got animosity towards you, you can be cool with them, but be cool with them from a distance. Or at the same time, I'm the type of person, like, if you feel any type of way towards me, that's based off your feelings. If you feel that way, then you just keep that over there. I don't even care about really just being cool with you, but I'm not saying like I'm gonna treat you bad or do you bad or nothing like that, but at the same time, it's just, if you feel that way, don't be in my face. A lot of people just don't have the right mindset when it comes to trying to grow and be a better person. Wake up with a goal. You gotta wake up and ask yourself, what's the reason for what you doing right now? Like, what's the reason you getting up to go to the gym in the morning? What's the reason you getting up to go to the shop early in the morning and staying late? You gotta know what's in the future. You gotta see what you want out of life. And if you want something to change, you gotta do something that you ain't did before to change.